No ruckman, 3 losses in a row, and your bogey ground, not a problem. You must be wrapped with that.
Yeah, look, it's it's been a tough 3 weeks. Obviously, we've had some suspensions, some injuries, and obviously losing some key personnel. But I thought the boys were terrific today. I thought the way they implemented the things we were trying to implement throughout the week, and I thought Cam Pedersen in the ruck was terrific. He came in, he had genuine impact and gave our mids a real good contest around the footy. So just a great team performance. We had to go a little bit smaller in our forward half, but we had multiple goal sources, in the end with Hannon and Watts and Jeff and Petrarca.
Talk about the forward line. At half-time, Hurley was probably best of field. He had, into the nearly double figures in marks, and he was having a significant impact. Only 2 possessions in the third quarter. Can you talk a little bit about what you obviously would have focused on that at half-time? What you did to curb his influence? Yeah,
he was definitely giving us some grief in the first half. He took some mark intercepts, and we were probably playing into his hands a little bit with the way we were moving the ball. So I thought, the way we changed a little bit at half-time and adjusted with our ball movement, gave our forwards a better look down inside 50. And to the boys' credit, they did a great job. Didn't matter what size they were, they brought the ball to ground if they didn't mark it, and that probably changed the way the game was played.
So that was more your midfielders and your forwards, sort of the way you were moving the ball in there rather than what the forwards were doing?
Yeah, it's a combination. I thought first half we probably a little bit safe and went down the line a lot. And in the second half we started to move the ball a little bit better, which gave our forwards a better look inside 50. Yeah, look, I really like the way our small forwards, we've got a lot of small forwards at the footy club, and it's finding the right mix. I thought, even though Jay Kennedy-Harris didn't have a lot of the ball, I thought his pressure was very good. Christian Petrarca and Mitch Hannon both are good in the air and good at ground level. And then, you've got Jeff down there as well. So we have got some options there. Dean Kent played in the VFL as well. So we have got some small forwards that, can also come into the team as well.
What did you make of the first half, Simon? Because watching it just seemed like a pretty scrappy sort of contest. And what was it that turned it around for you in the third quarter?
Yeah, it probably wasn't one for the highlights reel the first half. There was a lot of turnovers for both teams, and I think in some ways that's what you get when you got a side coming off a 5-day break and one off a 5.5. It's sometimes you just got to find a way to execute the way you want to execute. And I thought at half time we were still a little bit average around the footy. And I thought our midfielders really stepped up around the footy, and I thought the way we implemented some change with our ball movement probably defined us in the game today. So, but first half, there were a lot of turnovers for both teams. I think both coaches' box would have been frustrated because we're both turning the ball over a hell of a lot.
Viney won a really big hard ball there in close and farmed out to McDonald, and Jones was really good. I know you haven't been critical of those blokes, but did you think they were even better or turned a corner today, your leaders?
Our leaders? So I missed the start of that question.
Yeah, your co-captains, yeah.
Yeah, look, I thought they were terrific. I think, the way they were able to get the ball to their teammates and really drive through those hard balls. I thought, Viney's second half was very, very good, and Nathan Jones. And I thought Jordan Lewis' first game back as well. His ability to go in there in the second half along with Bernie Vince, really got our midfield going.
How far did Jordan go to serving his penance today? 30 touches and a candidate for goal of the year, it looked like.
It's good to have him back. I spoke to him at half-time. He said he was feeling the pinch a little bit in the first half, but I thought his second half, when he went into the midfield, his ability to just use the ball the way we wanted to use it and give us some composure was very good. And it's just good to have him back out there for us.
Jesse Hogan, Simon, are you expecting he'll be back for next week?
We'll speak to Jesse tomorrow. We've really given him some time away to let the dust settle and spend some time with his family, which is really important. So I'll give Jesse a call tomorrow and get an update of how this week's shaping and what we're looking for. But as we've said all along, it'll be really up to Jesse. It's obviously going through a lot. His welfare is first and foremost for us, but we'll get more of a guide early in the week.
Did you mention the extra half a day's break at all to the guys to think that maybe you could break them at all?
No, not at all. No, it's we've really been working hard the last couple of weeks and tried some things in our game to get it back to playing the way that we wanted to play. And I thought our second half, we had to fight and scrap in the first half, and it probably didn't look pretty. But we found a way to get it back the way we wanted, and I think the boys can take great confidence in that. in the coming weeks.
I know it's really sensitive with Jesse, but does he have to be back by a certain day, or some people would say he needs to do all sessions, or does he just get back and play if that's what he wants to do?
Oh, we'll just wait and see. I think we just got to let the dust settle. He's gone through a hell of a lot. I don't think anyone here can imagine potentially what he's going through. So we'll just take our time and work through those steps slowly. There's no pressure from the footy club. He'll come back when Jesse's ready to come back.
Given the circumstances, all the circumstances, how important was today's win?
Oh, it was very important. It's been a tough 3 weeks. There's been a lot going on, and that's what I said to the players after the game. We had an opportunity to a lot of ways, reset the footy club. To get back to 3-3, and we don't talk about results too often. But I thought today, we've given up some leads in the last few weeks and haven't got some results that potentially we may have got. But today, to find a way under duress and pressure of what we've been going through was just a sign of character for this footy club.
Tom McDonald's game, especially in the first half, Simon, I imagine very important.
Yeah, really strong, Tom. I thought he competed really strongly. Obviously having Sam, Frost and Oscar playing key position really, gave Tom a bit of a licence to free himself up and get involved in the game, and he was really important to us throughout the day.
Did he tell you all about his goal afterwards, when he drifted forward in the third quarter?
Yeah, he's pretty happy about it. So I think it was the reverse torp snap, something that was coming out. I'm not sure what came off his boot, but that's what Tom gave us.
How do you analyse Hawthorn given you play them? And we know how good they've been, but they're not great at the moment.
Yeah, look, we'll prepare for their best. I watched them 2 weeks ago against the Eagles, and they were outstanding. So we'll prepare for their best. They've got a high quality amount of players. They're well coached, and they've got a lot of character about their footy club. So we'll just take the week and getting ourselves right and prepare for their best and come out and play the way that we're really looking forward to playing.
No injuries? No injuries?
No.